I've had a lot of people ask me lately when they should start their seeds for their vegetable garden, and I could go into a lot of detail and give you the formula to calculate it and that kind of thing, but I'm going to show you the easy way. Your time to start the seeds is based upon the estimated last frost date for your area, combined with forecasted soil temperatures, the amount of moisture in the soil, and so on. And you could go into a long way to calculate it, but if you want to do it the easy way, simply go to almanac.com. These dates that are here are going to vary from year to year, but not by much. So what you could do is come to this page, print it out, and hang on to it. That way, if something happens so that you no longer have internet access and or electricity, you still have it. Print it out, maybe print several copies. Keep one copy with your seeds, one copy with your gardening tools like your shovels and rakes, and another copy tucked away into maybe if you keep a folder that you keep such things in or what have you. And that way if one copy gets damaged or lost, you're still in good condition. So for my general area, I just typed in the location for the nearest large city. Right here you would type in your location and then click the search button, and then you're going to get your results. So you wind up with a list of your most common garden vegetables here and 4 columns. One column is for the date range to start seeds indoors. Then if you want to plant according to moon phases, you have the best dates according to the moon phase that falls within that date range. And then you have your dates to start seeds in the ground, and you have your moon favorable dates for starting them in the ground based upon that range. So for example, if I wanted to start beans, you see here on the list, beans are not recommended to be started indoors. So we go over to starting seeds in the ground, and for beans I should plant somewhere between April 15th and April 29th in the ground. And if I want to go by the moon phase, my dates are April 15th through 17th. Now if I want to go ahead and start seeds indoors as soon as possible, you see that broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, celery, peppers, and tomatoes all fall within the February 17th through March 3rd range. Now if I want to plant these according to the moon phase, then my best bet is February 17th or 18th. So those things that I'm going to grow this year that fall in that range, I will be starting the seeds for those on February 17th or 18th. The whole idea for planting seeds by the moon, it explains it here. Above ground crops are planted during the light of the moon, new to full, and below ground plants are planted during the dark of the moon, from the day after it's full to the day before it's new again. Planting is done in the daytime, planting at night is optional. So if you no longer have an almanac to look at in a future situation, then you could just go by that, watch the moon. And the whole idea is during the light of the moon is increasing in the light that it produces each night, and according to tradition, during that time the soil is moist and fertile. And during the time of the dark of the moon, each night the moon will have less and less light that it produces, and according to tradition, during that time the soil is more dry. So write those things down as well so you can remember that if you want to go by the moon phases. I've never held a lot of stock into it. A lot of people do. I'm not going to say that it's good or bad, but anytime it has been convenient for me to follow the moon phases, I have done so because I like to have every advantage I can get. You're certainly not going to completely lose any success at all with your garden if you don't follow the moon phases. Your garden will still be a success, but according to tradition, it will be more successful if you plant according to the favorable dates. So down below, I will place a link where you can find this page, and I will also down below place a link where you can buy the Old Farmer's Almanac just in case you would like to do so. It's always good to have a hard copy. The specifics will change slightly from year to year, but if you buy a new one every year and things go bad and you can't get a copy anymore, you can use your most recent one and get a good idea of when it's going to be. So thanks a lot for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and remember, we're all in this together.